American wages are next level. This is what they get paid to work in a petrol station. This is called Buc-ee's, and it's not like a typical petrol station. It's like a supermarket crossed with a petrol station. So it's a huge supermarket with about 150 petrol pumps in the car park that you can go to. But they have this sign above the front door, and this is what they get paid. The general manager of a Buc-ee's can get paid up to $250,000 a year. Even the lowest wage is $20 an hour. In comparison to the UK, a typical UK petrol station pays about $16 per hour to work there. I know Americans have been telling me how much more that they get paid for the same equivalent job than we do in the UK, but I didn't know it was this much. $250,000 to work in a petrol station is next level.
9 countries that hate American tourists. Number 9 is France. We all know the French stick their nose up at us. They stick their nose up at everything. Come on, they're French. Number 8, Portugal. I didn't know this about Portugal. I thought they liked us there. And there's definitely a lot of people here moving there, so they're probably not happy about that. Number 7, Denmark. Hamlet, the Prince of Denmark, is not a fan. Number 6, Norway. Number 5 is Spain. Number 4, we got the Netherlands. Now, a lot of these places are just lovely places, and they're probably like, you know what, keep your American violent BS in your country, and we want our country to be nice, all right? This is why we pay 50% in taxes. Number 3, we got Germany. I thought the Germans liked it. I don't know if I believe that. Number 2 is Canada. I definitely believe that. They're done with us. If you like this list and want more about other nonsense, follow me. Leave me a comment with your thoughts on these countries hating American tourists. Also follow my wife, Samantha, who I've tagged. Check out our YouTube channel, Sam and Jacob Show, and book me on Cameo if you want a personal message. Number 1 is Japan.
There's nothing that makes me more upset than Americans going to foreign countries and acting like they're in America and getting mad because they don't have things like they have them in America. Like, I witnessed somebody on here yesterday. It made me, I almost threw my phone across the room. This person was in Greece. And where do they choose to go to food to get lunch? McDonald's. They're like, oh, I haven't had, like, I've just been here for like a week and I just haven't. I need something American. Shut up! Oh my god! Oh my god! It makes me so upset. You got a Big Mac in Greece? What? Anyway, the only thing that I don't mind Americans doing is coffee. Something I'm gonna get mad about in Europe. Something I'm actually gonna be like is coffee. Okay, the coffee in Europe. Look, we shouldn't be eating Big Macs in Greece, obviously. Greece actually does amazing. The Cafe Freddo, perfect. The Cappuccino Freddo, perfect. Absolutely. I approve 1,000,000,000%. Absolutely. That is coffee. Everywhere else I've been, that is when the American, the Eagle, the Stars and Stripes come out. What are we doing with our coffee in Europe? An espresso this big with those tiny little like skinny sugar packets? I don't want that. I don't want that, and I don't want a giant, like, warm, steaming latte. I want an iced latte. This is good coffee, you guys. If we have anything in the US, it's this. Forget the Big Macs, okay? Iced coffee. As soon as I get to Europe, I'm like, fuck, there's no coffee here. And I just don't drink coffee there, because it's just like, I don't want an espresso shot. That's not what I want. I don't know who's this is going out to. Anyway, that's my rant.
Donald Trump never started bombing Iran because American security was at risk or because diplomacy had failed. No. He started this because his daddy of that blue and white country wanted it. That blue and white country has been thirsting for decades to take down Iran. And if nothing, Trump is a loyal puppet. So now, after thousands of people are dead and billions of dollars have been wasted, after the Strait of Hormuz has been shut down and global markets have been thrown into chaos, Trump is reportedly preparing to spend $300 billion to end it. Oh, and that's on top of the $24 billion in frozen assets, all funneled through Qatar, so he doesn't have to say that he's handing a check to the country that he has spent months bombing. Take all of this with a grain of salt. A massive truck-sized grain of salt, because multiple agreements and ceasefires have either been completely fabricated or violated by the Trump regime. before the ink was dry. The blue and white country can't stop bombing Iran and Lebanon. Bibi has made it very clear he doesn't want peace. He wants destruction, and Trump is not going to stand in his way. So is there really a deal? Maybe not. And even if there is, what does it matter if one side has no intention of honoring it? This is a pattern. Announce a ceasefire, break the ceasefire, announce another ceasefire, break that one too, all while pretending that this was necessary. It was never necessary. This was a choice made by a bloodthirsty death cult with loyalty to a foreign power, while Americans have paid the price, and actually people all over the world, because this affects everyone. Now Trump wants credit for ending a war that he started. He wants praise for cleaning up a mess that he made, and he wants us to thank him for paying $300 billion to the people he claims are our enemies. I'll believe this war is actually over when I see it. This regime lies about everything, so why would this be any different?
So it was reported last week that Donald Trump and Russell Vought of the Office of Management and Budget have canceled billions and billions and billions of dollars worth of federal grants that would flow huge amounts of federal dollars to blue states. Also, since Donald Trump has retaken office, he has refused to release federal funds for disaster aid for blue states. So for things like flooding, catastrophic storms, wildfires, there are a couple of very significant wildfires that are burning within about an hour of where I live now up here in the mountains. In this county, in this congressional district that I live now, the county and the congressional district are both about 65-35 Republicans to Democrats. California has more Republican voters than any other state in the country. Wildfires in California typically, except for the LA fire a year and a half ago, and one that we had north of San Francisco about 7 or 8 years ago, when wildfires hit in California, they typically hit, not always, but typically hit in rural areas. Rural areas in California are overwhelmingly populated by people who voted for Donald Trump, like where I live now. And so when Donald Trump denies disaster relief money to a state like California for wildfires, the overwhelming number of people who are negatively affected by that are people who voted for Donald Trump. Donald Trump doesn't understand that because Donald Trump is stupid. He is a profoundly stupid, vengeful man. And he thinks that when he denies disaster relief money to California, that it is only going to affect Gavin Newsom and, I don't know, drag queens in San Francisco or something. He's hurting his own voters. And largely those voters will still support him. Amazing.
Sam here, and there's a video going around the internet, it's pretty disgusting, of these 3 white girls who lured their black friend over to their house and start beating her up. They're jumping on her with their knees. They are hitting her consistently. She's screaming. When she screams, they tell her to shut the F up. They put their hand over her mouth. It's just a very disturbing video, but I think it gives you a little look inside what can happen sometimes. Now, I'm not saying that, oh yeah, any black person with all white people is not safe, but I think this is a good illustration of how things can go wrong very quickly and how you can be the one to get ganged up on. And it's just the way they're maniacally laughing, like enjoying this, and then when they're caught, they're like, I swear we were just joking, we're not racist, I love everybody, we love her, we were just joking. Yeah, right. Arrest these girls and make sure they pay for what they did, because I don't see how this girl didn't end up getting injured. It's really disgusting. Trigger warning on the video. Go check it out. And we need justice for this girl. I don't have any information, but I'm going to find out, and I'm hoping these girls have been arrested. Secret Service Sam out, Samson for president of the world.
Man, he is talking, and he just sounds so stupid. I mean, I'm listening to this man talk, and it's just gibberish. It's nonsense. It's made up lies. It's just garbage. This is just an awful human being that just says complete nonsense over and over and over again. And somebody needs to tell me when this will stop. I mean, I know it's going to stop sooner or later, but it's torture every day. It's literally torture listening to this man speak, and how dumb, I mean, just how dumb he sounds every single day, and how what he says is just, it's just garbled nonsense. It means, I'm sorry, but I don't know how much more I can take this.
Trump administration is hiding its plans for Puerto Rico. It is purposely putting out this story of some rumor that Trump called the island dirty and poor and that he wanted to trade it for Greenland, which at first looks like the classic, quarterly hatred towards Puerto Ricans, right? Just put them down in the media, say something bad about Bad Bunny, have a comedian call the island a piece of garbage. That's what it seemed like at first, until you dig deeper. Here's what they don't want you to know. The Biden administration allocated about $1 billion worth of funds to solar panels and batteries for about 40,000 Puerto Rican residents who were medically vulnerable, meaning if a hurricane hits Puerto Rico and the energy goes out, they're gonna die. Trump just gave that money that was supposed to go helping these people, he gave it to PREPA. It was supposed to directly help these people and be decentralized, and he went ahead and gave them administration over it. PREPA has been bankrupt since 2017. They had to privatize their energy because of corruption, because of mishandling and incompetence. They have been going through court proceedings for years now. It's almost been 10 years. It has reached $1.5 billion in just court fees, okay? These lawyers are charging like $800 to $1,400 an hour. So the politicians and the lawyers in Puerto Rico are just taking advantage while everybody else who really needs this money is suffering. I think this whole Trump wanting to trade Puerto Rico for Greenland, this whole story was a cover-up. They didn't want you to know that he literally just fucking did this shit. 40,000 people are going to go without the help that they deserve. The Biden administration, the fucking Democrats tried to do something. If you are still conservative in Puerto Rican, if you are still a Trump supporter in Puerto Rican, I don't know how the fuck to get through to your head. Please, somebody send this to Trump supporter. If you have a Trumpero in your fucking family, fucking send this to him. Because they're robbing you. They're taking the money that's supposed to help you and fucking giving it away to lawyers and bureaucratics.
Knew it was over with this MAGA friend of mine when I found out how he looks up information. We were arguing about the lyrics of a song. It was No Problem by Chance the Rapper. The line is, I'm so high, me and God dapping, like throwing dap. He swore up and down, I'm so high, me and God dabbing, like dabbing, which clearly not. So I Googled No Problem, Chance the Rapper lyrics, and I went down to where the part was, screenshotted it, sent it to him. He clearly Googled, I'm so high, me and God dabbing, what he already thought, so that he could find someone else who was wrong, who had posted that on the internet and screenshotted that and sent it to me. It's this like confirmation bias that they look for. They don't just Google what's the answer to this question. They Google the answer that they're looking for so they can find 50 other wrong idiots and be like, see, this is what everybody's saying. This is the information that I thought was correct. It is correct. No, you're just Googling what you already think and finding other wrong people, which is why like flat earth and all this stuff exists. Because if you think a certain thing, you can find 1,000 other wrong people who are already saying that stuff. That's just how MAGA stays in their little echo chambers right there. They don't care about what the truth to the question is. They care about, this is what I think is right. I'm looking for a screenshot where somebody else says that I'm right. So I'm just going to Google what I think and I'll find it. It's really frustrating.
164,566 total home foreclosures so far in 2026. 2025 is an 18% increase. 2026 over 2025. People cannot pay their mortgages, their bills. Get into June foreclosures. Foreclosures are now at a 7-year pandemic high. Warning, warning, warning. 38,623 home foreclosures in the United States in June 2026. It is a 19.8% increase in home foreclosures in June 2026, higher than June 2025. Foreclosures are when somebody can't pay their bills for 120 days. This is not a Biden problem. This is not an Obama problem. This is a Trump problem. People cannot pay their mortgages, their car payments, their student loans, their credit cards. Millions of people have lost their jobs. Inflation is up. Gas is up. Diarrhea, measles, mumps, Ebola. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Housing market is heading for a very troubled time. Housing contributes trillions of dollars into our economy. Hi, my name's Christina. If you found this post informative, please like, comment, follow, and share for more.
So Abdul El-Sayed won the Democratic primary in the state of Michigan for the Senate race. He defeated Israel's strongest soldier, Haley Stevens, who received upwards of $70 million from the Israel lobby. And immediately the Republican nominee, Mike Rogers, he's comparing Abdul El-Sayed to Osama bin Laden. That's not a joke. That's what he posted on Twitter. He said that he spent a big part of his life hunting down Osama bin Laden, and now he has to fight against somebody like Osama bin Laden. That's literally what he fucking said, because every single Michigander who didn't vote for Abdul El-Sayed is an Islamophobic, traitorous piece of shit. That's what you fucking are. Also, Trump is extending the deadline for Iran to open the Strait of Hormuz by another week. Even though yesterday he said they had until midnight, and the week before that he said they had until midnight, and the week before that he said, just never-ending groundhog war for our pedophile Fuhrer who is incapable of winning the war against Iran because the United States military is a paper tiger, completely unprepared for modern warfare, which is about drones and cyber attacks. It has nothing to do with your fucking $1.3 million Patriot missiles that we're out of. Oh, speaking of being out of ammo, Pete Hegseth is crashing out on Twitter because people keep on accurately reporting that the United States military is literally out of ammo. We're out of interceptors, we're out of precision munitions, we're out of ATACMS, we're out of absolutely fucking everything for twofold reason. One, we gave almost all of it to Ukraine, and two, Donald J. Trump, the pedophile Fuhrer, he waged an illegal offensive war in the name of Israel and premature ejaculated and dropped absolutely everything he fucking could on Iran, which only strengthened their resolve. We lost the fucking war. What else? There's a new game out there where you get to play as Lindsey Graham in hell with Charlie Kirk and Mitch McConnell. Great fucking game. I played a little bit of it. John Fetterman got absolutely fucked on by Jon Stewart, saying, hey, listen, John Fetterman, sir, Israel is not the United States of America. Did you know this? Isn't that crazy? It's overall great fucking news day. So go check out the 2 latest YouTube videos. Oh, Elon Musk. Elon Musk bombed the moon. Elon Musk bombed the moon. Yeah. One of his rockets crashed into the moon at 4 times the speed of sound. Yeah. Isn't that great? Anyway, 2 new YouTube videos. Go check them out. 2 new YouTube videos and Valenti videos on YouTube. Go check them out. Mwah, new YouTube video. Mwah, new YouTube video. Mwah, new YouTube video.
The platform Spotify has gone full-on MAGA. Let me explain. Spotify has begun airing recruitment videos for ICE, and they refuse to back down. Spotify will continue airing harmful ads from the Department of Homeland Security that says millions of illegals are rampaging the streets. Join ICE today. This is only the latest development in Spotify supporting Donald Trump and his administration. They donated $150,000 to his inauguration this past January. Meanwhile, the CEO of Spotify, Daniel Ek, is under fire for his investment firm investing 600 million euros into an AI platform to support military. Military AI has been highly criticized as it's putting the lives of people in the hands of AI, hoping it makes the right decision without human intervention. Ek also defended Joe Rogan after he made anti-vaxxer statements in 2021, and Ek sent a letter to the government of Sweden threatening to remove Spotify from the country if it didn't change its laws and high taxes that support housing, food, and education for its residents.
How much does it cost for my family of 6 to live in America? So we live in a 5-bedroom house in an A-rated neighbourhood with A-rated schools, and we pay $3,100 per month. We also pay $50 per month to our HOA, and they upkeep the swimming pool, the walk-in areas, the pickleball court. We have access to a park also. We pay between $400 and $500 per month for our utilities, and that includes the water, the trash, the sewage, and our electric. We pay $140 per month for 4 SIM-only phone contracts. We pay $50 per month for our home insurance. We also pay $600 per month for our health insurance. Obviously, this is all catered to us. Other houses could be different, but this is just to give you an insight of how much it costs. As I do get asked this question quite a lot. We also pay $25 per month for our Spotify account. We pay about $400 per month for our gas, as my husband does drive quite a lot for work, and we spend around $250 per week, so $1,000 per month on our groceries. So that is a grand total of $5,865 per month, and that is how much it costs us roughly a month to live here in Florida.